Welcome to another unit in this Excel course. In this unit, I'm going to talk about logic values. Well, what are logic values? Logic values is what most computers are actually built on. It's basically the value true and the value false. Here you see logic values true and false. They are different from typical other values. Because if I were to type in some kind of number or some kind of text, would see the number is rightwards aligned, the text leftwards, but true and false, they are centered. And even if I write them in small letters, Excel will automatically translate into large letters, so uppercase ones. However, I can still work with true and false in the same way as I work with numbers. In this case, true would be 1, false would be 0. What do I mean by this? Well, what I can do, for example, is consider a combination of AND. So, how does this look like if I have two different conditions? The first one is true, the second one is also true. So, is the AND connection also true? So, is the connection that this is true and this is true also true? In this case, I can simply go and multiply this with this one, giving me here 1, and the 1 then translates back into a true. If I do this with true and false, or false and false, and I multiply those two, where actually I can here pull this down, I see in both cases they are 0. So in both cases they are false because, well, if I have this is true, this is false, both of them together are not true. So they are false. So here, if I translate those numbers back into those ones, I would get a false here and a false here. I could do a similar thing with OR. With OR, would have the same combinations, but then I can no longer combine them with a multiplication. Here I just think about OR means is one of them true or both of them. So here, yes. Actually, they are both true, so the OR is true as well. Here, is one of them true? Yes, it is. This one is true, so the whole answer is also true. Here, neither is true, so the OR, is this true or is this true, is false. Well, you might ask, I only tried the case true-false here and here. What about false-true? Well, false-true is actually exactly the same. If I multiply 1 with 0, I will get 0. If I multiply 0 with 1, I will also get 0. Here as well. Or test, is this true or is this true? Or both? Well, if this is true, this is false, I will get a 1. If this is false and this is true, I will also get a 1. So those cases, this one and this one, behave exactly the same as if they were switched. If this were false, this were true. And well, that's already everything I can tell you in the context of this short introductory course. So the most important insight here, I can work with logic values with true and false. Similarly to what I did when I worked with numbers, because internally Excel saves them as 1 for true and 0 for false. Well, this was all there is on this small session. So if you want to see more, feel free to visit the rest of the course or have a look at the corresponding playlist. I say goodbye and see you next time.